Hello everybody. So today I'm going to talk about Layar Vision, a new edition of our platform which we recently announced. It's not available yet. Well, you can develop content, but it's not available as an end product. Let me introduce myself first. Raimo van der Klein. I also started Mobile Monday Amsterdam. I was a founder there, and Layar is in fact a direct spin-off of Mobile Monday. The same founders of Mobile Monday Amsterdam are also the founders of Layar. I think that's a nice little trivia. I worked a lot in mobile. Started off in Nokia, 1999. Worked there for 7 years. So worked at a Dutch operator. Did some freelance work in mobile as well. So I've been around for some years. So today I want to talk to you about 4 things. Quickly, an introduction to Layar for those that are not familiar with the platform or the product. Layar Vision, so what is that? How to create Layar Vision layers and the pricing for Layar Vision. So, Layar introduction. Layar consists of 3 parts. One part is the Layar browser. The other part is the Layar player. The third part is the platform. And I will shortly tell you what these things are. So let's start with the browser. We have audio.
When you first open Layar, you'll see your favorite layers. We've added a few to get you started, but you can manage your own by logging into your Layar account. Next to favorites is the recent tab, which shows your most recently viewed layers. In the Layers tab, you'll find our catalog of great AR content. Below, you can access all the layers available in your area by category. If you're new to Layar, we suggest starting with either the featured or popular layers. The featured layers section is a global list of great layers we recommend for your location. The popular tab shows the layers being used the most in your area. You can also view the most popular layers in your country or across the globe. The worldwide list displays the most popular international layers that also have content in your country. Tap on a layer to read its description. If you like what you see, tap the launch button to view it in augmented reality. In AR view, you can see the content near you from the layer you selected. Tap one of these items or the description at the bottom to interact with it. You can refresh the layer, view the layer as a list or map, adjust the layer's settings, take a screenshot, share it to Facebook, Twitter, and email, or add the layer to your favorites list. The last tab is Settings, where you can change preferences, log in or out with your Layar Facebook or Twitter account, read more information about Layar, or contact us. So that, in a nutshell, is how you use Layar. If you have questions or feedback, please visit support.layar.com.
So that's the browser. It's available for Android, iPhone, Symbian, BlackBerry, and Bada. We have the 5.0 browser currently in the market with more than 10 million installs. We have currently also more than 2,000 layers which are in our AR app store in a sense. The 5.0 is all about geo. So we started off with geo with Layar. That means using GPS to kind of make estimate where people are, and based on that augment the reality. We're working now on 6.0. We're very far. We will release it within weeks, and it will include Layar Vision, which I will talk to you about later. Another part of our product offering is the Layar player, and the player makes it possible to integrate AR in your own iPhone or Android app. Currently, it's available for iPhone, but it will also be soon for Android available. And it's a couple of lines of code which you add to your existing app project, and that's it. Easy as that. And it has all the functionality needed to deliver a complete AR experience. It has 3D models, animations, click to call, email, share, web page, custom actions, etc. Audio and video support. Here's an example of an app in the App Store. It's called Street Art. And it actually uses the Layar player software. So if you download it from the App Store and you click reality, which is one of the options downstairs at the bottom, it will launch the Layar code. In that sense, it looks a lot like integrating Google Maps in your app, for example. And the third part is the layer platform. So that's the part where you create content and publish content. And you can do it 3 ways. You can completely do it yourself if you are a developer. You can use one of our layer creation tools, which are developed by companies and people which have their own business models on top of these tools. So you can use any of these to kind of make very easily, without any development skills, your own layer. Or you can hire a layer developer. So on our site there's a list of certified layer developers, and there are more than 50 currently around the world. So that's in short currently what layer is. Now shortly I want to say how do you actually make a layer, because it's pretty key in also for Layar Vision. So first you start off by signing up to be a developer. You go to our website layar.com, sign up very easily, make an account. Then you create a layer. Some meta information like the title of your layer, what type of layer, that's it. You can edit your layer, you can customize the icons, add description text, change the colors, etc. It's all via our website. Then comes the complicated part. You need to set up a database and a web service. So at the moment somebody makes a layer, we actually call a website or a web service to get the augmented reality content. So you need to set it up. And we talk JSON to that web service. Oh, by the way, I'm not a developer. So I'm going to try to be developer focused, but I'm not going to use a lot of technical terms. Sorry. So, and then you can test your layer. There's a help test suite available. Shows you that if you call the web service, does it actually give a response, and how that response look like on the site. So how would a user see it, for example, if he would be in Amsterdam, and is everything working? And we also give feedback. So if things don't work, we will give you feedback on things that are broken or possible mistakes that are in the communication between us and the web service. Then you request publication, and then we will check technically if the layer is correct and if everything works properly. So we're not looking at the content of it. So whatever you want to make, you think that's probably relevant for a group of people somewhere in the world. But we don't have any opinion on that. Once we have approved your layer, it's ready for publication, and then you can hit the publish button anytime you want. So if you start a campaign at 9 a.m. in the morning, then at 9 a.m. you click publish, and then the layer is indexed and available for the world to see. So that's in short how you make a layer. So now let's talk about Layar Vision, the new product we launched, with a video. things you saw is that it says scan this to do something. Normally with layer, you always first needed to select a layer. With Layar Vision, that's not needed anymore. You just scan anything and we bring you right directly to the right layer. So there's kind of a global scan function inside of the app that makes it possible to access any layer when it's relevant. So in short, Layar Vision uses detection, tracking, and computer vision techniques to augment objects in the physical world. It's fast, flexible, versatile, and efficient. Some nice marketing terms, but I will touch on those a little bit further. It will be available very soon. We will start with iPhone and Android, and also our Layar Connect product, which is basically an API to publish layers, will also support Layar Vision. So creating Layar Vision layers. How does it work from a developer's point of view? So what you do as a developer, you upload images of the object to be recognized by the layer publishing site. So you just upload them on the site. Each image will get a unique ID. And when developing a layer, the developer can use these IDs to create the desired AR experience by associating the augments to the reference image IDs. Each image is analyzed for its unique fingerprint, which is uploaded to the client with the layer. What that means is that the moment you push all your reference images to our database, and they all have the unique IDs, the moment a user, in fact, scans one of these objects, you can dynamically push any augmented content down to the client if you want to. So for a user, when he actually opens a layer, 50 fingerprints will be pushed to the phone. So that means that, for example, if you're a museum and somebody opens a museum layer, currently we support that 50 paintings can be recognized, for example, at that moment. So we said 50 fingerprints, and then if that person is in the layer, he doesn't need to scan anything anymore. And he has a little toolbar to see which paintings are actually augmented. So every augmented object we will show in a little thumbnail that he knows, okay, this painting is augmented, etc. A little video to just show you how it works. A couple of things that are interesting from Layar Vision is that it combines also geo and Layar Vision in one layer. So for example, if you're in a layer and it says scan this, and you look at it, you see augmented content, it says hold up your phone to see where the closest bar is, it automatically switches in geo and then it sets things in 3D in geo. It doesn't track the object anymore, but then the GPS and the accelerometer, etc. take over. I think that's also interesting. For example, if you have an ad, you scan, you see some augmented content on top of it. It says, hold up your phone to see the closest bar where they sell Heineken beer. You can do it and then you can exactly see where it is. So if you create a Layar Vision layer, you first have to enable your layer for image recognition. You can do that on the publishing side. You go there and there's basically this little thing you have to check, enable, and then your Layar Vision layer is enabled. Second is uploading reference images. So not everything is very suitable to be a reference image. I've got some examples here as well of what works well and what doesn't work well. Mostly what we support now is planner services. So these are posters, product packaging, ads, magazines, newspapers, anything that's a flat surface. And it needs to have enough discriminative textures and details to be really recognized. So very simple logos, etc. don't work. Here are a couple of examples of bad reference images and a good reference images. So if you want to augment this menu, make sure that you send us the image at the left, because if you send us any of the other three, it won't work properly. You get a bad experience. So in our platform, we also give feedback if the reference image is correct or not. You will get a red, orange, or green kind of stamp on the image, then you know, okay, this is a good image, and this will probably be augmented very well. And then you can add augments and actions, and it's you just tell where you want to have what. It can be kind of images. You can add animations. You can add actions to go play videos, etc., or to open websites. Just like any other layer. In that sense, it's the same layer API, which is also available at Geo. There's a lot of developer support, so what we've done is we collected a lot of information for developers. So there's a lot of example codes, tutorials, best practices, how-tos, videos, all on layar.com/Layar Vision. You will find there everything you kind of need. And we worked hard on that. And then there's the painful point of pricing. Pricing. Until now, Layar has been free. Geo layers have been for free. You could develop them for free. Now with Layar Vision, it's not the case. It's a kind of a freemium model. It's absolutely possible to create and publish your layers for free. But once usage of the layer starts to increase, there's a fee for us. This is how it looks. You see here a number, that's the amount of matches, and a match is the moment somebody augments successfully for 1 second or more. That's a match. So if you have 1,000 matches, that's for free. If it goes above that, then there is a monthly fee associated to it. The bottom bar, I don't know if you can read it, but for non-profit, artistic and educational project pricing, contact us. So there's still a possibility to do some things, because we don't want to kind of stop creativity here. It has been one of our strengths as well of the platform. That's it. And now I have a little video showing a little demo of the poster, which is here. We did some AR on top of it. So you can download the Layar browser beta. I will show the link later. Search for MM Summit. Description text. There's Yari on top of the poster. So here you see a little menu showing you speakers with 2 arrows, so you can browse through the different speakers. Every day it will be refreshed with the speakers of that day. And you can just browse through them, see what time they speak. And you see that they use a kind of a twist animation to go from one object to the other. You can also swap it. You can also turn it around if you would like to do that. So we've seen all those people. So, and it costs us a day to make such a layer. It's pretty straightforward and easy. It's also our intention to make the development costs, the creation costs as low as possible, so we can get as much content as possible into the platform for users to kind of discover and to enjoy. And that's it. So I would say ask everybody to download, if you have an Android phone, the 6.0 beta, and try to augment a poster outside. And search for MM Summit. So thank you very much.
Excellent, thank you. And just a shameless plug for myself, if you're a developer and you want to learn how to build applications for Layar, You can find my book called my book, Augmented Reality Browsers for Smartphones, which has lots of layer content in there.
That was a fourth option, right? Like making it yourself, using the tools are readable.
Absolutely, yeah. So just a quick question before we hand over to questions for these guys. You mentioned the layer player, and you have the licensing model for if you want to use the new natural feature tracking. Will the layer player support the natural feature tracking engine, so I can release my own standalone applications?
Yes.
Excellent. Nice short answer. Thank you. So, questions. Do we have any questions from the audience here? Oh, question.
I'm always doing the same mistake, that I have the URL and then the final slide is thank you, and everybody wants to see the URL. I need to put thank you right here.
One question I have. So why do you have this limit of 50 images?
Otherwise, it's just too much to handle. The phone just can't handle more. You get caching problems and it takes too long. So in that sense, we need to kind of work with the technology which we have, and that means we need to cap off certain things. And by creating these kind of limitations, we ask developers to become creative to solve it. So there are ways to kind of solve it. You can kind of send a new batch of 50 to the phone, for example, if they have augmented or seen 30, 40 paintings, you can kind of refresh, woof, and have 50 fresh new objects, for example. But there are ways to work around it.
And in terms of usability, I first have to select the layer and then Layar Vision will work, right?
No, not anymore. So that's new. That used to be the way to get into a layer. You need first to go through the catalog, select a layer, and then you are in the AR experience. Now we will provide in the search section of Layar a little scan button that says scan, and then you can scan any image that is hosted in our database, and we automatically will show you which layers are associated to that object.
Any more questions?
When will the 6.0 get out of beta, and when will it be available for the iPhone as well?
Within weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have any layers made by augmented companies or any developers?
Yeah, I have checked, but I didn't get an answer yet. But if I have it, I will share it with Dan at least. But there are definitely layers made by for Romania.
How many Layar Vision layers are?
So in the last month, so we have opened Layar Vision a month, and it's we have more than 500 Layar Vision layers, which are made already. And yes, and the browser is downloaded a couple of thousand times via our site. It's not in the Android market yet.
I just wanted to answer the question before. There is a layer built by Orange Romania. It's called ScriePecer. You can find it on scriepecer.ro. And it's a really cool experiment. I invite you all to test it.
Okay, that looks like it's going to be all the questions, so thank you very much.